What's up? This is my daughter, Lori, everybody. This is my youngest daughter.
You know, Dad and I are so proud of you, though.
Really?
What's up? This is my girl, Lori, everyone. This is my most youthful girl, you know, father, and I are so glad for you. However, truly, we asked 100 wedded men, name something you'd loathe for your significant other, to get you in completely false for my birthday. No one let me know what's been happening so well. It seems like the entire Tinseltown is currently mindful of the character of Lori Harvey's natural father. And kid poor Steve doesn't have any idea where to stow away from this humiliation, as you probably are aware the secret of Lori's mentor was covered with some air of mystery. Yet after the family fight have figured out the one who had impregnated Marjorie, he is presently past furious and takes steps to remove the two individuals for their lives. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. Regardless of having a similar family name, Lori Harvey and Steve Harvey are connected exclusively on the paper anyway. It turned into a stunning disclosure for some fans, since seeing the absolutely charming dad-girl energy among them, and how Steve was treating this young woman all the time, lauding her in his meetings and in any event, assisting her with supporting her profession. You could never anticipate that he should be just the new parent of this young lady, forever show up for me regardless of what you cherished me genuinely. And I super value you for that. Presently here comes a major shock for you folks. Or would it be advisable for me, I say large blast. And presumably as of now, think about who is estimated to be Lori's genuine dad, and why it regals Steve such a lot of. Evidently, Steve's dearest guardian, William Freeman, otherwise called Enormous Blast, isn't just the supposed admirer of Steve's better half, Marjorie, yet he is additionally, purportedly, the genuine father of Steve's darling girl, Lori. It appeared as though Marjorie and Lori was concealing the horrendous truth from Steve on the grounds that they actually needed to partake in his, well, in millions and billions laughter. Applause. Now Steve was at that point distraught about hearing his significant other investing some quality time with family faculty, yet concealing the personality of Lori's natural father hit him considerably harder. It's presently detailed by insiders that Steve is trusting that the second will release his resentment on the two women in light of the fact that Marjorie has been misleading him such an extremely long time, and surprisingly caused him to embrace Lori and give the young lady his last name. Now the new disclosures may at last destroy the mixed arrangement, as well as may adversely affect Steve's vocation and notoriety anyway. It seems like since he got along with Marjorie and invited her shameful little girl into his home, his name is being discolored with an endless series of embarrassments. Damn game. This is our family to this end. I need to come on the show. I won't have this game show separate my face, I know, yet causes everybody to accept that huge blast may truly be Lori's actual father. Well, there are a few giveaways that let us know that Marjorie and Freeman's relationship can be followed back to the 90s. And as you presumably have heard, this man had a seriously vivid past presently in the wake of finding that he had been deceived for quite a long time. And the man whose girl he acknowledged like his own was residing right close to his family. All the time, Steve is saying that he's finished with Lori and Marjorie's untruths, and he is purportedly going to cut them both off and quit supporting their sumptuous way of life due to their duplicity. She doesn't get to commit her errors like every other person. Every other person get to commit their errors in the shroud of murkiness. At your home, hers gets exposed now. Among this large number of hypotheses, Marjorie and Lori remain dubiously hush. And it seems like reality with regards to Lori's starting points is at last out. It's been for quite some time examined all around the web, yet taking into account Marjorie's beautiful love life and her deliberate quiet on that matter, it's stayed a secret for a really long time. Yet at this point, Steve arrives at terrible understanding that his own guardian had coordinated the whole thing, and it's not Steve, but rather Marjorie, who is his essential client. Obviously, Steve presently feels what it's prefer to be tricked by both the lady you trusted and the man you employ to safeguard your life and security. And like we frequently kid about how much more intelligent our spouses are than us. And you all don't get to see them in that frame of mind with them ladies' man. Since they know who they understand, she said, clearly filthy mystery regarding the personality of her genuine dad and Freeman, played out his obligation with greatness as he recorded on his site. His clients can be certain that he would go to any connects to safeguard their revolting privileged insights. He has accommodated his VIP clients, prominent or subtle defensive administrations, relying upon the danger or possible risks to the client. His capacity to safeguard his client lies in the capacity to promptly survey and assess a danger or struggle, and keep away from a showdown or diffuse it before it raises. Well, something is going to heighten in Steve Harvey's home. And clearly the television have his worn out on being the snickering matter in his own home, where Marjorie, and that man are deriding him despite his good faith that disco sound like platitude-ish and cheesy. Yet a lady was a distinction producer in my life. Steve may now profoundly lament putting Lori on platform and making her his little princess. As you probably are aware, his reverence for this young woman made a ton of strain between the relatives. And it was even revealed that Steve's own children were envious of the consideration and love Lori was getting. As one insider guaranteed, he made the best choice embracing Marjorie's children and loves them like his own. Yet there's a ton of disagreement among the mixed Harvey tribe. Yet how about we check whether Steve will dedicate such a great deal his time subsequent to realizing that Lori is his very own posterity protector, and confided in staff part, since this disclosure makes a huge difference for both Lori and Marjorie. Don't pass on here before these individuals and wreck my home with these individuals. Well, it seems like the opportunity has arrived for Lori to explore on her own in this world and quit attempting to become wildly successful utilizing her high-profile connections. And her dad's name, many fans are now saying that Marjorie was playing Steve grimy all along, and the two ladies merit such a regrettable finish of their plans. As one individual remarked, Dan, Marjorie is outrageous. She was a directly up. I don't have any idea how she can show her face in and out of town. Steve is the greatest simpleton. And another client added, so you saying Steve assist Guardian with concocting set him with Marjorie? Such an extremely long time. Currently they're rich off Steve's cash. Marjorie worked effectively attempting to cover every one of the hints of her untruth. And as you probably are aware, her bright private past didn't leave many signs as to figure out who's Lori's genuine father. And that is the reason she demanded that Steve embraces her kids and gives them his family name. Now Steve has one more thought of how to manage the two of them. Well, I will dispose of you however right. Definitely I will find a way. Definitely cause I'm on the grounds that since I'm as yet that fella you realize. It seems like Harvey gradually starts to understand that worshipping these two women cost him a lot of his cash time and perhaps vocation since he wedded Marjorie in 2007. And took on her children. All that his name was related with was an embarrassment. This man had committed a lot of time attempting to satisfy Marjorie and Lori, no having a solitary sign about the mysterious the two of them were concealing right in front of him, albeit the name of Lori's genuine father was never referenced. There were theories that it was Marjorie's second husband, a man named Darnell Woods. Not much is realized about him except for the way that he was a colossal bender previously and got busted for that. Well, not the kind of foundation you need for your girl, right? We're not going to, go off the deep end and pursue this large number of awful choices, since we might you at any point realize we're actually going to be dependable. Thank you, swear. Marjorie made a point to get her kid's future. And with regards to Lori, well, regardless of whether Steve truly chose to remove her, she's as of now a deep-rooted individual in business with a gigantic crowd that loves her. Lori Harvey is a business person, model, and magnificence magnate, known for sending off her skincare line. Furthermore, she's prevalently perceived for her virtual entertainment presence and VIP associations, including some high-profile sentiments with Michael B. Jordan and other renowned men. Well, I see the reason why you found who you found then, since she has those things totally very amusing. Many individuals don't have the foggiest idea about that's the long and short of it. So Marjorie showed this young lady well. And obviously they don't have to trick Steve any longer. Lori has an extraordinary beginning with the assistance of her receptive daddy. And presently she might continue on toward further developing her VIP status. Without the popular television, have on the grounds that she has her on cash. And I don't have any idea how this family will endure the tempest on the grounds that clearly neither of them is thinking they are at fault concerning Steve. He appears to profoundly injured by Marjorie's potato, and she wouldn't trick him this time with her charms. And now you can't say I'm grieved. That would be extraordinary. I wish you might I at any point, wish you could stroll in there, say, look, I'm unfortunately anything thought processes.